And there it is. Yo, 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 yo. What's up, Nerd Swag Universe? It is I, your friendly. Hey, look at this. We have someone jumping in. We have a special guest today. There we go. Anyway, that was the most perfect time you could possibly have in doing something. We literally clicked live, and so. Yeah. Hello. Are you
Oh,
there?
okay, yeah. No, I couldn't hear you. What was that?
Oh, okay. We're having technical difficulties. We're having special guests. That's fine. We're gonna have a great Nerd Swag chat. Well, I want to start off by welcoming like rapid fire Nerd Swag news, where we go over, some news really quick in about 15 to 30 minutes, and we try to update everybody on news across all of nerd culture. We try to do that quick and try to touch on the main storylines for the week. So before we get into all that, for anyone watching live, I want to remind everybody, if you have comments or questions for us, to go ahead and drop that in Google Plus or on the YouTube streaming page, and Ashton and I will try to answer those questions at the end of the video. Other than that, we might have some more Nerd Swag chats coming up soon. I want to do a year in retrospect about gaming, and I want to talk about like what games were flops, what games we loved, what were some surprises, top games for the year. That will be a separate chat, but let's hop into this, Ashton. Do you want to start with big news this week in gaming is actually the PlayStation Experience, PSX 2014. PlayStation holds their annual announcement convention where they announce a whole bunch of cool stuff. So I'm going to let you chat about that for a second.
Yeah, it was actually their first year doing this, the PSX. But it's definitely a good PR stunt for like Christmas, coming up. They're gonna definitely try to sell product doing this. They said they're gonna try to start doing this annually now. And it definitely started off the show big with Uncharted 4 gameplay, which I'm really excited about. I'm a really big Uncharted fan.
Yeah, there was like 15 minutes of gameplay, something like that.
Yeah, and it's still a year out, so it's probably gonna look even better than that by the time it comes out, which is pretty
Right.
crazy. And we also got to see Street Fighter V is actually going to stay exclusive to PS4, which is a pretty big announcement. It's also going to be on PC too, but it's not going to be on Xbox since it seems that Xbox is getting a timed release for Tomb Raider. So I think that's just kind of their counter to that. And another big thing that was there was No Man's Sky, which I still don't really get what that is about yet. It looks like just kind of like an adventure explore type game, but it definitely looks pretty different from most games that are out right now. So those are my big three for the things that happened at PSX.
It's like an open, like it's like an open space where you can go in and out of constellations in any planet and kind of land anywhere and check out the wildlife and habitats. Meanwhile, there's like a war going on or something. Yeah, I'm not too sure on No Man's Sky, but I definitely know that it looks really, really cool. I also saw that, yeah, Final Fantasy VII, they're going to re-release on the PS4. Is that going to be remastered?
No, it's just pretty much the same thing, but they're bringing it to PS4. So it's kind of like, I think they just did it for the people we would read and see Final Fantasy VII coming to PS4, and then let their mind kind of wander with it, But it's just
Yeah.
the same thing. It's just the same thing re-released, which is kind of a bummer, but I guess it
Gotcha.
sells.
Yeah, that is kind of a bummer. But I mean, it's still an amazing story, and that game is fantastic. And you're right, though. People just hearing that it's coming to PS4 might change kids' wish lists that they would rather have a PlayStation than an Xbox.
Yeah,
I think that's
for
what
sure.
they're hoping for.
Hmm.
All right, sweet. What do we have next on the agenda? We have, well, some pretty big casting news in superhero castings, and that is Suicide Squad finally got their cast, which is Jared Leto is going to play the Joker, Mr. J. We have Will Smith playing Deadshot, Tom Hardy playing Rick Flag, and Margot Robbie playing Harley Quinn. Now, This is kind of big news because, well, first off, Tom Hardy's already been in a DC movie. Second off, the Joker is back, and with the Joker is coming Harley Quinn. I kind of have some reservations about Joker being in a movie before Batman is. I'm not really a big fan of that happening, but it's kind of hard to have Harley Quinn before you have Joker because she became Harley Quinn because she was a therapist and fell in love with Joker while trying to have him go through therapy. So he kind of made her crazy, so you can't have her without him, but it's weird having him before Batman on this universe. I don't know. Another big deal is Will Smith is in a DC movie, and his movies have been okay lately, but none of them have been huge blockbusters. Do you have any thoughts on this casting?
I think the cast alone is going to sell this movie. Will Smith is definitely a selling point, and I think just everybody, Jared Leto as the Joker, just the fact that the Joker's in a movie is going to be a selling point. And you're right. You're right about Will Smith. He hasn't been in a lot of big movies as of late, and he just recently turned down Independence Day too. But he is still, like an A-list actor, still one of the biggest actors of our generation. So it'll definitely bring in the masses for the movie.
Yeah, I'm excited about it, and I can't complain. Those are all pretty awesome actors, and I'm excited about the lineup for Suicide Squad characters because that's kind of a team where the teammates interchange, kind of like the Avengers and X-Men, where the team's not always the same. And I like who they picked. It'll be very interesting to see. I'm not saying that the Joker or Jared Leto will do a bad job by any means. I think he'll do great because for some reason he's given the gift to do anything really well, which is kind of annoying. But just some people come along in a generation where they can do everything. But yeah, it's just weird to see Joker in a movie before Batman. But yeah, I'm excited. Suicide Squad has a star-studded lineup, and hopefully people will go see it and make it a big movie, kind of like Guardians, an unknown title that gets huge. That'd be awesome. The other casting is Ryan Reynolds is officially Deadpool once again. Remember, he was Deadpool already in the Marvel Universe, but he is officially Deadpool, and I feel like he's a perfect actor to play that role because that fool is corny.
Yeah, I think. I mean, it's been
kind of goofy, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a long time coming. They've been trying to put out this movie for a while and been talking about it, so I'm just ready to watch it. I don't want to talk about it anymore. I just want to see it.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely want to see it. Other than that, two quick other castings. Benedict Cumberbatch is officially Doctor Strange. We've been talking about him being Doctor Strange for a while, but it did become official on this past week. And Mark Hamill, Luke Skywalker, will be in the Flash TV show again. Because in the 1990s, he was in the original Flash TV show as the Trickster villain, and in the new TV show, he will be the Trickster again. So he'll be playing the same exact role in a new Flash series. So that is pretty dang cool. Let's jump back over to you. Dragon Ball Z trailer.
Yeah, there's been a lot of news coming out with this new Dragon Ball Z stuff. Yeah, so this new trailer pretty much just shows Frieza and Goku actually fighting, and I'm actually going to do a separate video about this, but I'll get into it a little bit. We see them fighting. We get to see pretty much the Z Warriors, Gohan, and everybody. The thing is, when he's fighting Frieza, he never is actually Super Saiyan, so it's kind of having me wonder if he's holding back while he's fighting him in order to just be able to fight with him. Or, I don't know, because their creator did come out and say that this movie is going to be quite funny. So it's going to be more of like a comedy aspect to it too. So maybe, Goku is holding back against him in order just to have some kind of challenge, because really he's like the strongest guy in the universe, in his universe. So, we'll have to see though. It didn't really show too much in the trailer, but hopefully in the next few trailers we'll get a little bit more insight of what's going to happen.
Yeah, we've talked about this, I think, 3 straight weeks in a row. I mean, this movie's getting a lot of hype, at least from us, when really it's not the biggest deal in the world. But they're doing a great job at staying. They're kind of releasing stuff like a little a week. And next week, here's a little more. Next week, here's a little more. That's a fantastic way to do it. They're definitely doing it right, and they're learning from some of these big companies that's how they do it. That's how they roll. They put a little bit out each week, and you build all the way up till the movie comes out. So before the last movie came out, I didn't hear anything until like the month it came out. So this is definitely better news.
Yeah, for sure. They're doing a better job with their promotion.
Yeah. Okay, Ashton, do you have anything else on that one?
That's pretty much about it. I'll definitely dive more into that when I do a separate video for that and post it up onto our YouTube channel.
Gotcha. Awesome. All right, so we touched on anime and comics and movies and TV shows and all that kind of stuff, but I want to hop into some, let's say, science and technology just a little bit. The Curiosity NASA Mars rover sent out some awesome pictures today. And first off, technology-wise, it is absolutely amazing. We have a vehicle on another planet that can send us photos and take selfies of itself whenever it wants. That's first off an astonishing feat, and I will probably do another like lengthy nerd chat about just the space frontier. But today, NASA posted photos of what they're saying is proof that they're saying new signs, not exactly proof, but there's definitely signs of like water currents and sediments of a lake on the planet Mars, which is awesome. And they're saying the sediments basically flowed rocks down into the lake to create a giant, or to create a mountain. And it's about 3 miles high, the mountain is. So the hypothesis is there's definitely streams that ran in Mars, and that's clear because you can see the cuts in the rocks of the water streams, just like normal rivers and lakes here on Earth. That is cool. If you're not following NASA on like Facebook and Twitter, that is an absolute must. This is a big deal. NASA is not only doing this, but they also launched a rocket last week as a test for deep space capsule travel, and they are going to send people to the moon. To Mars. It's without a doubt happening, and this is just so cool to watch, and I'm glad that at least in my generation we're seeing real photos of Mars, like on the surface. What do you think about this, Ashton? You see the photo?
Oh yeah, I saw it. It's definitely not like 100% proof, but it's like 99% proof.
No, it's not. It's pretty dang close.
Yeah.
Why else would those? Yeah.
Yeah. So, and also I did see the thing about the rocket that they're testing, and I believe first we're supposed to go back to the moon in about like 10 years, and then we're going to Mars, and they said they're gonna go in the 2030s. It's probably gonna be pushed back like they usually do with a lot of space stuff, but I'm definitely excited. Hopefully we'll be able to see that in my lifetime.
I know they're taking kind of it's not going to be a guaranteed mission to come back. It could be quite possible that we send people to Mars and they will be there with supplies, and they might not be able to come back. So it could end up being a death sentence to do, but yeah, man, that'd be amazing to just step on another planet. That's unreal, man. I could talk about this for, oh man, so long, but I just want to let everybody know I do want to cover off a little bit of science and tech on this channel, and that is something that's awesome. You should totally follow NASA and that sort of stuff on all social media. What else do we got coming up next? Oh, yes, we have a fight challenge. Okay, so in the last like month or two, we've talked about CM Punk on this channel, who is a WWE superstar. He's not anymore, he left, but because he's now going to be a writer for Marvel Comics. And we've also talked about the Green Ranger from Power Rangers, because they had that huge Ranger reunion. I didn't watch that episode, but Jason David Frank, who is the Green Ranger, has sent out a challenge to CM Punk to fight in the UFC, because this past weekend, CM Punk and UFC announced that he did sign a 5-fight deal with them, and he issued a challenge, which was kind of going back to a joke at a Comic-Con where CM Punk said he could beat up the Green Ranger. But, dude, the Green Ranger has legit martial arts training. Would you want to see this fight?
I would. I would love to see Jason David Frank just kick the crap out of CM Punk. It'd be pretty amazing.
I don't think he would. I don't think he would, man.
Dude, he already has MMA experience.
He's got like 15 years on him, doesn't he? I mean, I don't really know, but he's got like 10 years on the fool.
Yeah. But Jason David Frank already has 5 fights in MMA, and he's won all fights, all 5 fights, and all in the first round. And he
No, I
has
got
real
it.
actual experience fighting, and a whole bunch of different mixed martial arts. So CM Punk is
Right.
coming in. I don't know what kind of experience he has, but Jason David Frank definitely has the experience. And yeah, I don't know if CM Punk could really. I don't know. I just don't know.
Well, I know I would definitely pay to see it, and CM Punk does have mixed martial arts training as well. Not nearly close to the Green Ranger himself. Yeah, he has actually competed, and yeah, Jason Frank, he's legit.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not like legit, but he could throw down maybe. Do you know where he fought at? I mean, he didn't actually do like he didn't actually do fighting. It was more like tournament style martial arts, right? It wasn't like to the ground punching and brawling.
In
Just
his
like kickboxing.
in his younger years, he did that, but he does actually have MMA experience. You can go on YouTube and check it
Okay.
out. So,
Dude, I'm gonna check all about that.
oh yeah,
Actually,
he.
no, probably not. After this conversation, I might never think about this again.
No, but I actually when he first started doing it, I actually checked out his fights, and he's pretty good. I mean, the guys he fought probably weren't all that great, but I mean, he's been doing a lot of martial arts type stuff his whole life.
All I
So
know is CM Punk beat up Brock Lesnar, and it was real.
yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know if
No,
it was
it
real.
wasn't. No, it wasn't. It
I
wasn't
don't
at
think that
all.
was real. So
I don't have much else on this except I am excited to see CM Punk sign with the UFC. It was a masterful idea to leave WWE when he did and how he did and sign with UFC and sign to be Marvel writer. This guy's stock is just raising up, and he's been hired by Nerdist to do some of their like cons and go around and interview people. So he's doing nerdy stuff on Nerdist. He's fighting and he's writing comic books. Dude, this guy's got it all.
yeah, he's making that money right now.
He is making that money. Okay, let's go back to you. You want to talk about an anime recommendation for the audience and an anime review. But before that, if you guys are watching, we do have Texas Ranger Mark said hi to us. Hello, Texas Ranger Mark. That is a very awesome YouTube name. But if anybody has any other comments or questions that you'd like us to read or answer, go ahead and do that now. We're probably 5-10 minutes away from the end of the show. So recommendations and review.
All right, so first I'll start off with the recommendations. I actually posted a video on this earlier on our YouTube channel. If you haven't, feel free to go check that out. The anime recommendation I'm giving you guys this time is an anime called Magi. You can find it on Netflix. I believe you can find it on Hulu also. It's pretty much...
I have a question.
Okay, go for it.
Do you like how I raised my finger waiting?
Yeah.
That was very polite of me. I was like, isn't it Magi? Isn't that how it's pronounced?
It's Japanese, so they pronounce all their stuff really weird.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So
Okay.
it's
I was
pronounced...
like, they have to say his name Magi because I've never heard anyone pronounce that word that way.
Yeah, they have different pronunciations for all their stuff, so they pronounce it Magi,
Okay.
so that would be the correct pronunciation. But
Okay.
so this is pretty much anime's take on Aladdin, essentially. So the main character is a Magi, which is pretty much like this person who has all these crazy powers to protect the world, and he goes along with Alibaba and Sinbad in order to pretty much just unite the world.
Sinbad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's actually pretty good. I just got into it like the past week. I've been watching the first 2 seasons. There's also a manga for it, so I'm going to continue with the manga. But
So I can watch that on Netflix?
yes, you can, for sure.
Okay.
So if you guys are running out of things to watch anime-wise, since a lot of big animes are ending right now, feel free to go check that out. And it's pretty awesome. I don't know like how the story goes, but right now it's in a really good spot to where it makes you want to keep going. So that's it for that. And my anime review I did was for Gurren Lagann, which is on Toonami right now. And it's pretty much like a Mecha Gundam style type anime about like the future civilization that's ruled by a guy named Lord Genome, and pretty much everybody's living underground. So they pretty much escape above ground, and they're fighting in order to like free the world from being underground and try to live on the top of the world, I guess, is pretty much.
Huh, interesting.
But both of these things are on our YouTube channel, my anime review and anime recommendation. So feel free to go check those out. Yeah.
For sure. I know I already watched them, and they're pretty awesome. And yeah, pretty cool stuff. That one I could watch on Toonami. You would be proud of me. I finally watched the first episode of Attack on Titan on Netflix, and it is pretty dang cool. I really enjoy the Titans look. There's like something weird about how they have. I don't know. The proportions are weird, but I like it. Like for some reason, I feel like they have really small heads. I don't know. It just looks weird when they're walking. And anyway, it was really cool, and I'm looking forward to finishing up the first season here in the next few weeks. But I would not have watched that at all if it weren't for you, good friend.
You're welcome.
That's cool. You're welcome. And the last thing I have is Ashton finishing off on his anime stuff. I'm gonna finish off on my comic book spotlight. Every week I want to cover off on a comic book that I think you guys, the audience, might be interested in. And this week I'm going to talk about Rocket Raccoon. And one of the reasons is because I believe Guardians of the Galaxy comes out tomorrow, December 9th. And it comes out on Blu-ray and DVD and all that stuff. But Rocket Raccoon is my favorite Guardians book out right now. There is a Guardians of the Galaxy title with the whole team, but that book's been getting really boring. And Rocket Raccoon is awesome. It's on issue number 5 or 6. This is issue 5. I think it might be on 6. But that's not too many to catch up on. And this comic's done by a guy named Scotty Young. He draws the comic, and he also writes the comic, so that's really cool. Scotty Young's really popular for his like baby covers, and if you ever see like superheroes that look like baby-sized superheroes, that's Scotty Young. So he does a lot of deviant art, and he does comic books, and he has very vibrant and kid-like art, and I actually find it to be pretty awesome, and I really enjoy it. I just like this type of bright art, especially because I read a lot of really gritty, dark, bloody adult comics. So it makes me feel good to read something like Rocket Raccoon. The story's actually really good, and the characters are awesome. In this comic book, issue 5 is entirely from Groot's perspective, because he's on a mission with Rocket. So the entire comic, all anyone says is "I am Groot," because it's from the perspective of Groot. So and the whole conversation is, I am Groot, I am Groot, I am Groot, I am Groot. So it's pretty funny. Anyway, that's Rocket Raccoon. That's the comic book spotlight for this week. I would definitely check this out if you have kids or you're just interested in something fun. I would check out Rocket Raccoon. That is it, my friends. Ashton, you have anything else for the audience?
No, I've pretty much covered everything I wanted to go over.
All right, cool. Yeah, I covered off everything too. We don't have any current questions. We didn't promote this video too much, so there's not too many people watching live, but I'll make sure to do that next week. As a reminder, everybody, we're trying to do a Q&A coming up in the near future. We can just ask us any nerd question you want, whether it's comics, anime, science, technology, movies, TVs, action figures, video games, anything. Ask us any question, and we're going to do a special live show answering your guys' questions with probably like 4 panel guests, so that'd be pretty cool. Other than that, I think that's it. You want to say bye to the people, Ashton?
Yeah, make sure you guys come to our website and come to our YouTube channel and check out all our content, and I'll see you guys next time.
Yeah, alright guys, don't forget to like the video, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and don't forget to leave a comment. We love answering back down below in the comment section, and until next Monday, where we do this every single week, we will see you guys again. Hasta